So welcome to the stage, Mr. Duncan McNab. Thank you.
I'm going to start off with an apology, which is obviously a black mark, but I've picked a song this time which doesn't have a chorus.
Oh.
However, you're such a talented and sophisticated audience that you can join in the verses. Even if you haven't heard the song before, I'm sure you'll manage to join in with the verses. So this is a little song which starts off on the 17th of March. On the 17th of March, in la-di-da-di-da, a son was born to Mrs. Daddy-Dum. He had 2 arms and 2 legs, 2 eyes, a nose, a mouth, and the usual daddy-daddy-daddy-dum. Well, he was duly christened, la-di-da-di-da. His surname was given as Daddy-Dum. And all through his life, and he lived for 90 years, he was known as la-di-da-di-da-di-dum. Now as he was growing, his la-di-da-di-da grew quicker than his other daddy-dums. And when he was 15, everyone remarked about his great big daddy-daddy-daddy-dum. And then he met a girl from la-di-da-di-da. She was pretty, if a little daddy-dum. But the reason that he loved her most of all, she didn't mind his great big daddy-daddy-dum. Well, her mother, she was terribly la-di-da-di-da. Her father was completely daddy-dum. But they all sat down to supper for some salmon mayonnaise and a bowl of daddy-daddy-daddy-dum. Well, all was going well, till la-di-da-di-da bent down to get some daddy-daddy-dum. He cowput out his bowl, and the salmon mayonnaise landed on his daddy-daddy-daddy-dum. Well, her mother cried loudly, la-di-da-di-da. Her father kind of mumbled daddy-dum. My daughter dear, you're going to have to find another boy with a smaller daddy-daddy-daddy-dum. But anywho, they married in the spring of la-di-da, and they honeymooned in lovely daddy-dum. But then they found they couldn't fit into a double bed for his great big daddy-daddy-daddy-dum. So then the pair decided, la-di-da-di-da, to get to a single bed for daddy-dum. The pair, they slept in one bed, and they kept the other one, just to rest his la-di-da-di-daddy-dum. And on the 19th of July, in la-di-da-di-da, he fell ill with a case of daddy-dum. So they wrapped him up in bandages that ended with a bow around his daddy-daddy-daddy-daddy-dum. Well, he died on the morning of la-di-da-di-da, a victim of the dreaded daddy-dum. And they put him in his coffin, but they couldn't shut the lid on his great big daddy-daddy-daddy-dum. So then the undertaker, la-di-da-di-da, came up with a plan to bury daddy-dum. He built a second coffin, roughly 3 feet 2 by 1, just to take his daddy-daddy-daddy-dum. So now, on his tombstone, it reads, la-di-da-di-da, the son of la-di-da-di-da-di-dum. And here lies his body. And in the next grave up at 1 lies his daddy-daddy-daddy-daddy-dum. Thank you.